So which side are you on in this divide? I'm definitely with Omotola, because everything that she said is exactly right. Nigeria at the moment is a hellish country. I don't think anybody of any right thinking, anybody of any sane mind would disagree with that comment. We all know this, including Malam Buhari and his henchmen. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now it looks as though there's a battle brewing between the lovable, beautiful, affable Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade Ekinde and the Malam Buhari regime. So there's a simmering battle coming to the boil between this beautiful actress and Malam Buhari and his henchmen. And the opening salvo of this battle was fired by Omotola herself with this tweet. So the country under your watch is hellish. Omotola Jalade Ekinde tells President Buhari and VP Osinbajo. So here is the body of the tweet. So the country under your watch is hellish at Prof. Osinbajo, at M. Buhari, at NGR President. The lack of money in circulation, now coupled with continuous assault and killings by uniformed men, will make this country implode. It is unbearable. Do something. Insecurity, fear and depression everywhere. So this is what Omotola said on her Twitter handle a couple of days ago, and quickly people took to the comment section to have their opinion on this tweet. So this is what an Ademola Habib said. I think Buhari is doing a great job. The best president in the world. That should be the best president in the world. The best we have ever had. So that's a sarcasm right there. The best we have ever had. It is very terrible and worse than ever, says somebody else. M added, one idiot is composing a statement for VP Osinbajo. He will soon address the country that the SARS men doing the killings are PDP SARS. Watch out. So that's now somebody commenting on the way and manner that this administration run their affairs. But then, as we know, the Buhari regime is not one that takes to criticism very lightly. So the Buhari regime does not take to criticism very lightly. And very quickly, of course, they responded. So how did they respond? Well, let's go to it. Presidency fires back at Omotola for saying Nigeria is hellish under Buhari. So now who said what? President Buhari's personal assistant on new media, Bashir Ahmed, has reacted to actress Omotola Jalade Ekende's criticism of the Buhari-Osinbajo administration. Omotola, in a tweet she posted yesterday, said the country is held under the watch of President Buhari. She wrote, the country under your watch is hellish at Osinbajo, Buhari, etc. So I think we've read that already. So now let's go on to see what was said on from there. Reacting to her tweet, Bashir in the tweet stated that those who were making money legitimately have no complaints about the current state of Nigeria. He wrote, Madam Omotola, those who are working for clean money will never refer to our dear country as hellish. In Kano alone, from 2015 to 2018, no fewer than 200 medium to small scale rice milling centers have emerged. For that, billions circulated amongst millions. So he's now saying that the money is being spent on the people in the Northeast, and that is what his reaction is to what Omotola had to say. Let's now go to see how people responded to this tweet from the presidency. So this is what the Lion has to say. So the Lion is the name of the Twitter handle making this response. Yes, so apart from Kano, nowhere else matters. Uchi, it's indeed a hellish nation. Tell your boss to deal with it. So they are now referring this spokesperson back to Buhari to say that yes, they all agree that it's a hellish situation in Nigeria. This is what Frequency Unlimited has to say. The lack of money in circulation statement made her tweet senseless. Was she expecting free money as it was under Jonathan? Work for your money, Mrs. ITK. So ITK should mean I too know. So now this guy is misunderstanding what Omotola is clearly saying about the lack of money in circulation. When Omotola is saying there's lack of money in circulation, she's saying that the economy is depressed. That is what she's really saying. She's saying that there's no money getting to the people. People are not able to afford meals. People are not able to do and have the basic functions of life because the economy has stagnated and has regressed, and there's real suffering and real hardship in the country. And Omotola is not saying there's no money coming to her. So don't you worry about Omotola. Omotola is a successful actress. She's married into wealth. She's sufficiently insulated and cocooned and cotton wooled by money, so she doesn't have money worries. I'm sure she has money worries, but not to the level of not being able to afford the basics. So her cry out really is for the everyday Nigerian whose hardship and suffering is so visible and visceral that even the people that are living in comfort find it unbearable, because the moment you step out of your comfort zone, you are immediately confronted with the hardship in the country, and people are finding it a real struggle to find this much hardship in a country that has so much. And this is effectively what Omotola is saying with a lack of money in circulation comment, but this idiot of a guy has chosen to misunderstand it. Let's carry on. This is what Omolachi has to say. Geez, if Buhari is not aware of what is going on around him, can't this or Aboki think before talking? Omotola said one thing, this presidential media idiot said another because he wants to be known. Rubbish. And then she ends that with an exclamation mark. And then this is what True Talk added. Ode, hellish encompasses absence of security, working systems, employment for the masses, electricity, good roads, and a million other things. So that now speaks to the little rant that I had earlier on. So the lack of money in circulation and the hellish comment is really speaking to this deficit that is still in place in Nigeria, and there's no real hope of a pathway through. So rather than the presidency then latching on to Omotola's comment to then use that as a springboard to explain to Nigerians what they are doing to try and ameliorate the situation in the country, to say, oh, this is the policy direction that we're following, these are the things that we're doing, this is the impact that will be had, this is the timeline for the impact, and please follow through, and we will continue to report back to you so you know what is going on, instead of them to use that opportunity to speak to Nigerians that there is comfort and succor coming soon. What do? Well, what they do best is to attack the messenger and not attack the messages ad hominem, isn't it? This is what they always do. I'm surprised that Festus Keyamo has not piped in yet. I'm sure he will come in at some point, and Lai Mohammed will also come in and accuse Omotola of all sorts, and maybe they'll send the EFCC after her to start harassing her, because this is the technique that they use, and really we've seen this repeat again and again. So now Omotola goes on to respond again, because she wasn't going to let this go, because now they are now bringing her integrity and her name to question. Into question. So Omotola fires back, says she never collected free money from politicians. So actress Omotola Jalade Ekende has said that her recent tweet complaining about the bad state of the economy is not because she has stopped receiving money from politicians. Recall that yesterday Omotola, via her Twitter handle, called out President Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, pointing out that Nigeria has become hellish under their watch as people are suffering and living in penury. Reacting to her outburst, President Buhari's aide, Bashir Ahmed, said that Nigerians that are making clean money are not complaining. And then he goes on to add that tweet that we've already read. Omotola this morning took to her Twitter handle to react to the insinuation that her outburst was because politicians in the Buhari-led government do not give her free money. So now this is what Omotola said on her Twitter handle in response to the responses that she's gotten off our initial tweet. So laugh out loud, she says, apart from the fact that I do not and was never in the company of collecting free money, it is sad that you think circulating money in a nation means free money. Speaks clearly to your orientation and level of education/understanding. It is okay, dear. Business, I'm good. So this is her response to the Malam Buhari spokesman. Now this is a Buhari sympathizer now coming to attack her still off the back of this comment. So this is an Awul Adam. This is Nigeria. We moved to the serious level. I believe you have capital to invest in real business. Don't waste your time. The era of free money has gone. So this is now somebody now trying to hammer down on that free money tag that they're trying to attach to her name. But Omotola is not having that. And then she comes back. You are really the shallow one. But doltish people like you never really do any research or think deeply before typing. Have you ever seen me /collecting political rally monies or that sort? Watch yourself, you'll get blocked. So she's now threatening to block this person off her Twitter handle completely because this person is a clear moron. And then somebody goes on to ask if she's actually replied to the Bashir Ahmed initial response to her original tweet, and she goes, nope. He already fessed up, so probably they've spoken in private. Nope, she said, he has already fessed up, which means confessed. He didn't disagree with me, but had to speak up as he works for the current government I mentioned. Laugh out loud. I understood. No point getting home to lose his job. I don't know quite what that last sentence means. No point getting home to lose his job, but that is what she said, and that is where it is so far. So now let's go to the comment section just to pick up a few comments just to see how people are responding to this. So the end is the first commentator, or at least it's the first comment I'm reading to you. So this is what the end has to say. Omotola shouldn't have replied the illiterate. And this is what a tiny, spells Tyn I. So Tiny is this Twitter handle name. Omotola way I know been get sense and pretty in all one. But it be like say them don't change our OMOT. I don't know what that means. She's now a liar and a hypocrite. So this is one person attacking Omotola still. Well done. At least she talk her mind, unlike Two-Face, Abina Tubaba. So now, varying response again to this latest installment by Omotola. So that is the latest installment, as I said, in this ongoing drama. As I said, a battle simmering between Omotola, the beautiful actress, and Malam Buhari and his gunmen and his henchmen. So which side are you on in this divide? I'm definitely with Omotola because everything that she said is exactly right. Nigeria at the moment is a hellish country. I don't think anybody of any right thinking, anybody of any sane mind would disagree with that comment. We all know this, including Malam Buhari and his henchmen. She's quite rightly pointed it out, and she's not really, I'm not sure if she's after free money or not, but certainly she has sufficient money to insulate her own self from the sufferings going on in Nigeria. So I think really what she's speaking to is the experience and the plight of the common man, and she didn't really have to do that because all of them, they just tend to hide the waist, but she's put her head above the parapet because she couldn't bear the suffering that she was seeing around her, and she's spoken out, and now they're trying to shoot her down and shut her down and shut her down, you know, with all these accusations and whatnot, which is their usual technique. Very soon they'll send the EFCC after her and they start chasing her around the country. So this is how they behave. So now, what say you about Omotola's position? How do you stand in this divide, or where do you stand rather in this divide? Come have a conversation with me about what Omotola said in the comment section. But before you come have that conversation with me about what Omotola said in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray, the bell button as well, that notifies you as soon as I drop a new video. Then come, let's have a chat about this in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you there, but here I say peace.